It is going to be an interesting few days at Leicester City as the transfer window draws to a close. Manager Craig Shakespeare said following the 20 defeat at Manchester United that there could be comings and goings from the King Power Stadium, but it was hard to say whether business will get done. He is right to say so because it is a case of ifs, buts and maybes whenever a transfer window nears its finale. Clubs scramble to do the business that will strengthen their hand for the first half of the season. Shakespeare has confirmed he would ideally like a couple more signings to strengthen his squad. The Mercury understands a centre-back to complement Wes Morgan, Harry Maguire and Robert Hoot is a priority, but they look unlikely to land Johnny Evans from West Brom. City have had a bid in the region of £21 million, possibly rising to £23 million, rejected for the Northern Ireland international defender, and sources in Birmingham say the offer is way below Albion's valuation of the Baggies captain, who looks more likely to move to Manchester City if he does leave the Hawthorns. Johnny Evans in action against Leicester City, who tried to sign him, in Hong Kong. Photo by Stanley Cho. Getty Images. City have held an interest in Manchester United defender Chris Smalling as well, but nothing came of that, while Germany international Benedikt Höwedes was rumoured to be a target, but looks set to join Juventus. Middlesbrough's valuation of Ben Gibson has also put off a number of clubs who have been interested in the 24-year-old, but as clubs may become more desperate, Borough may find a club willing to pay their asking price. City have also been linked with Crystal Palace's Andros Townsend, with reports of a £27 million offer being submitted for the England international. Townsend is player City want to bring in. The Mercury understands Townsend is a player City would like to bring in, but it is by no means certain that a deal can be done. Inevitably, interest in Townsend will lead to speculation that City will allow one of their wingers to move on, as they already have Mark Albrighton, Riyad Mahrez, Demarai Gray and Ahmed Musa. Musa seems the most likely, as there have been a number of clubs in England and in Europe expressing an interest in the Nigerian international, who has struggled to make an impact at City since his £16 million move from CSKA Moscow. Musa has fallen down the pecking order under Craig Shakespeare and made just 3 substitute appearances after he took over from Claudio Ranieri last season. Ahmed Musa scores for Leicester City in 41 win over Sheffield United in the Carabao Cup. Plum Images. Leicester City FC via Getty Images. His only start under Shakespeare came last week in the Carabao Cup win at Sheffield United, where he scored but had endured a difficult evening. Bournemouth have had a £20 million bid for Gray rejected, and City are determined to keep hold of their exciting young prospect. Riyad Mahrez is the only City player to publicly express a desire to leave, but he looks increasingly likely to be staying. Roma are the only club that is known to have made an offer for the former PFA Player of the Year and Ballon d'Or nominee. Their club record £31.8 million offer was rejected earlier this month, and they have not returned. No player will be sold cheaply. Arsenal have repeatedly been linked with Mahrez but have not made a move, with Arsene Wenger stating they have never been close to signing the Algeria international. Mahrez has not got his move because City have stood firm in their stance that no player will be sold below the club's valuation, and it could be a similar story with Danny Drinkwater, who is believed to be a target for Chelsea. These players are Premier League winners and have Champions League experience, boosting the valuation in an already dramatically inflated market. Riyad Mahrez and Islam Slimani arrive at Old Trafford ahead of the Premier League match between Manchester United and Leicester City at Old Trafford. Photo by Plum Images. Leicester City FC via Getty Images. Mahrez international teammate Islam Slimani could be a possible departure if clubs follow up their reported interest in him. Sky Sports reported over the weekend that the Algeria international had been identified by Monaco as one of their targets to replace Kylian Mbappé, who is set to move to PSG in a £166 million deal. The reports suggest that Monaco will make City an offer when the Mbappé deal is completed, but the Mercury understands no contact had been made over the weekend. Slimani signed for City last summer in a £30 million deal from Sporting Lisbon and, if City do decide to sell, they will certainly be looking to recoup that outlay at least. Mendy could move on this week. City have signed Kelechi Iheanacho from Manchester City for £25 million, and Leonardo Owa, who was expected to move on after vowing in January not to play for the club again after bids from Sunderland and Galatasaray were rejected, has signed a new contract. Then there is Papai Mendy, who could also move on before Thursday's deadline, although so far no suitor has met City's terms for their £13 million signing last summer. Nantes, Bordeaux, Saint-Étienne, Nice and more recently Italian club Atalanta, have all expressed an interest, but no deal has been struck. The futures of several of Shakespeare's squad may be uncertain, but that is not the case with Jamie Vardy. Reports have linked to him with interest from Chelsea and Everton, but the Mercury has been told the striker is definitely not leaving City under any circumstances. Vardy wants to cement his club legend status following his incredible rise from non-league football. But there could be other movement in and out over the coming days, which could be a busy time behind the scenes at the King Power Stadium.